Hey everyone, we're back for the last regular season episode of the Yankees franchise. This is a very short episode um, of this series. Trying to get into the playoffs, and I had one more gameplay. This was originally going to be a 3-game series, but I decided to kind of abandon that format. I might do it somewhat for the playoffs, but I might slow down during the playoffs too. Once the OSFM rosters come out, I'm going to want to do the Diamondbacks franchise, so I'm probably going to be into that for a few days. I don't know when I'm going to upload the first episode of the playoffs. It's going to be determined by how everything else works out. I might do a live com for the setup of the Diamondbacks franchise even. I haven't decided yet, but that's not the point of focus here. We got Jacoby Ellsbury hit a leadoff home run, and then Beltran got on base for Teixeira. And once the game unfreezes, it does that a lot. Once the game unfreezes, you'll see Teixeira hit a 2-run bomb. So we're up 3-0 in the top of the first inning after 2 home runs get us some support for our pitcher who is, I don't know who's pitching today. Actually, CC Sabathia is pitching today. He won't be pitching for long, though. He does end up injuring himself. He will not be back until the playoffs. Crush Davis gets a single here past the glove of Teixeira, who's normally a really good defensive first baseman. But here you can see CC Sabathia gets hurt. So we have David Phelps basically making a spot start because this is only the second inning and he'll probably be staying in for an extended period of time. David Phelps had an excellent season, pitching to a 2.24 ERA out of the bullpen with a start in which he gave up no earned run. Here, you're going to see Gardner. I didn't dive on purpose; it just happened. And they do score a run there, but we threw it to third thinking he was going to advance. He just throw it home anyway, but he was well safe by that point. So we're up 3-1 after that hit, and then they get a single up the middle here later in the game. I believe this was Nick Markakis who singles here. And next up would be Adam Jones, who is also going to get a hit into right center field. I don't think this is going to score a run because the fielding in this game is retarded sometimes, and that was one of those instances. Jacoby Ellsbury's noodle arm gets Adam Jones over to third, even though it was a very close play from the looks of it. We're only up by 1 run now, a full count, and he's going to walk. That's one of the rare times you're going to see me walk someone. I'm very good about things like that. I don't tend to walk a lot, and here you get 1 out at second, but J.J. Hardy takes out Scudero trying to make a throw. That's another thing that needs to be worked on in this MLB offseason. They changed plate collisions this offseason. They need to work on second base collisions. But as you can see, the Orioles have tied it up here. David Phelps has surrendered 2 more runs, and therefore it's a tie. But we are going to get something going here in the top of the 5th. We got Carlos Beltran singling past Chris Davis. They're actually going to rule that an error, but it's whatever. And then here, Teixeira walks, which is good for them, I guess, because he's not hitting a home run or doubling. So they take out Kevin Gausman and bring in Ubaldo Jimenez out of the bullpen. I guess it was because of the roster expansion. But the first pitch he throws is going to be put into left center. And with no outs, we have the bases loaded. Tie 3-3 game. They did get 1 out. Marco Scudero is going to hit this to left center, which is going to score 2 runs, even though actually, he does get thrown out here. We score another run in that inning, I believe. I don't know if I sent the runner or the game sent the runner, but the runner got sent. Here's Harold Costello doubling into the gap. Actually, it is a double into the gap. It should have been a triple probably, or at least scored the other run, but the runner's held up, which I thought was really stupid. So we're up 5-3, and then this happens. I've never gotten that animation before, or I might have once, but it's very rare. I never get that. I see it in videos all the time, but I've personally never seen that animation before, and I didn't know what it was at first. I thought it was a foul ball. But in the top of the 9th inning, we're going to get a little bit of insurance here because we get a solo shot to left field, which is going to put us up at least 7-5 at this point, or 6-4. And David Robertson's going to come in for the save, hopefully. He has a 3.77 ERA. He's blown, I believe, 5 saves on the year at this point, or maybe 6. A really bad throw by Harold Costello here is going to end up putting someone on second. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Alexi. No, maybe it wasn't. But here, Manny Machado is going to single, and the runner didn't go. And it was a really good throw by Brett Gardner, even though it was way off. It was still going to make it. But he doesn't get a double because of that. Or he advances to second, rather. Manny Machado. So they have Crush Davis come in 3-1 with the bases loaded. And David Robertson's going to walk in a run, and they have 0 outs, and here's a suicide squeeze. It's going to tie the game. And then he can't field it either. He could have gotten out at first, but he didn't. And Adam Jones is going to hit this ball, even if it had been out, it would have been a sac fly. So why bother? David Robertson blows a save, and we end up losing that game 7-6 to the Baltimore Orioles in walk-off fashion. And you're not going to think that's the best way to end the season for our regular season. But looking on the bright side, the ALDS is coming up. So we're going to be playing that in the next episode. I don't know what I'm going to do for the playoff format. I think I only have 1 game in the first round. We were slated to play the Royals, or the Tigers in the first round, and we ended up playing the Royals. The Royals, I guess, jumped them in the last week of the season or something along those lines. But Markakis went 2 for 5. He's actually having a really good season in this game. He's hitting over 300. Here's your box score. Next episode, the playoffs. Stay tuned.